up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4". Yeah, the life I live, I was meant for. It's simple, if we up the tempo. Shawty got no choice but to get low. Ain't the tallest, but I'm ballin' like I'm 6'4".
Old school, new school. You know what it is. You know who it is.
OG Lee in the house. Once again. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Hey, it's OG Lee, UNDE.
I'm the father.
Ironically, matching
He's
today.
the son.
Yeah, the best
And
father-son
we are gonna try
podcast
to
in
catch
America.
the Holy Ghost.
We gonna try to catch the Holy
The best father-son podcast in America.
The best.
And the only.
I don't know about
I
that.
want to see another one.
No,
You seen another
think,
one?
I don't know if 2 Chainz and his son is a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, they out here. I've seen that.
Okay.
I've seen that. So we got.
So
we
that's
got some
cool.
company
That's
here.
good. 2 Chainz. I'd like to check out their podcast sometime. What's the name of it?
Like I said, I don't know if it's a podcast like a web
whatever.
series thing. I don't know the name of it.
He just might have just did something.
Yeah. No, I think they got something continuous. I think it might be
cool.
continuous.
We'll check it out, man. 2 Chainz. Does he wear 2 chains?
That's Titty,
Always
titty
had
boy.
2
Used to be
Chainz?
Titty Boy.
Okay. What's the titty boy, man? To see you filling me in on shit, man. What's the titty
It's probably
boy?
is
Is that somebody who doesn't wear a shirt and shit?
probably his baby nickname used to be probably on his mama's boy type shit.
Oh,
But I
okay.
truthfully don't know.
Titty baby, okay.
Titty
All
boy.
right. Yeah.
But I think he switched it. That's what I would guess. Real hood name.
Okay.
But you said
Learn something new every day. I heard about titty baby, but I thought it was a whole different thing nowadays.
I could be wrong too. Like I said, that's skepticizing.
Mm-hmm.
But
He not like going with who was it? Little Dirk? Was that the guy who
Lil
got
Durk.
charged?
recently.
So
I
he's
don't
not
know if
down-
I don't know if
he-
he's officially been charged though.
Oh well, good for him, man.
I know they're on him. He case is pending.
Good for him. If I was him, man, I'd be like, "Yo, Russell, man, I'm coming over." But
Russell Simmons?
yeah, Russell Simmons, man,
Going to
chilling
Bali?
in Bali, Wally, wherever the hell he is.
And-
But I don't know that he did anything wrong, man. So peace and shout outs to Russell.
Is there immunity, like in Bali or something, or they can't extradite you or something?
Well, he hasn't been charged with anything.
But I'm
But
saying,
if
I'm
he
not-
got a strong enough charge, they would extradite him. Yeah.
From Bali, I don't
And
know.
apparently, when you look at Puff Diddy's situation, I don't know what the statute of limitations is. You know.
Right.
So, but anyway, yeah, shit. These guys, man, are getting arrested and all of this shit. P Diddy, I
get
think
tied up.
they said they denied the guy bond, bail. I mean, or whatever you want to call it. For he was putting this $28 million mansion up. And they still, I don't think they.
We don't need all
I
that.
think they said, nah.
We're
man,
even good on that.
We
interest.
still think you might intimidate witnesses. That's what they said. So
That's what they said.
Yeah, they think he might intimidate witnesses if he was out on the street.
So they kind of already treating him like he's a thug type
Well,
gangster.
that's why they ain't let his ass out to begin with.
Oh, I didn't. I
Yeah.
just think I thought they were like calling him a freaky man. They kind of taking like he's
Well,
a
I mean, you
tough
can
guy,
get
freaky
bail
man.
out for just being a freaky man, but their explanation is
He might
tamper with some of the witnesses.
Dang, so hey, they like he got some pull out there. He's a tough booty gangster.
Man, he's been one, man. That's what these people have been alleging. That he's been ruling like, ruling like, the iron fist.
Booty bandit.
One of them days they gonna catch him red-handed.
Oh man, first name Rudy, cause even his last name gay. That's a throwback classic battle bar there.
But I tell you what, man, it is a Saturday afternoon. We changed things up today.
And it's one of these too.
And I am feeling fine.
Red Cup.
Red Cup Saturday.
Real schoolies know it's been a little bit.
Bringing it back, man. What you call it? A throwback?
A throwback from the back.
Yes.
Oh, no, but you started this talking about we're going to catch the Holy Ghost today.
Man.
Early.
I don't know how to catch it. I've never caught it, but I've seen some people.
Well, how do you feel about
I used
that?
to go, I don't know, because I was going to say, I used to go to a church where same lady used to catch the Holy Spirit every Sunday, man.
Back to
so
back.
I don't know if it's one of those things where
Right.
God was just hitting her that right way every Sunday, or if it was one of those things where it's like, hey, you know, I can catch the spirit anytime I want to.
Like I've seen some Holy Ghost, like some,
Yeah.
you know.
I think you could really get excited about anything, you know, and I think it's them just working themselves up. Kind of like if you've ever seen somebody, man, and I always wondered about this because I used to think it was just a few people I knew until I started seeing people as I traveled do it. And that is like once you're in a fight, right? And you start winning. For instance, you got the person on the ground. And for some reason you just pile it on at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just go more and more and more. You know, you can't stop.
That adrenaline's
you know?
going.
Right. So I think that's kind of what that is when you out there, you praying, going, you know. And then you're probably saying too, how do I end this? When do I stop? I got a lot of people looking at me.
You gotta hit a crescendo to kind of bring it back down.
Oh man, you know what I was thinking about too, though, man. They had this guy, Joel Osteen, right?
Yeah, I know old Joel.
And they had I forget what year it was, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. They had a big flood, right? And they would comment.
Like, don't bring y'all ass in here.
Exactly. They were commenting, you know, it was like, damn, he didn't even open his church and shit, blah, blah, blah.
God had split seas too.
I'm telling you, man. But I feel him on that. At first I was like, man, that's some messed up shit, you know. But he's built that.
He's like, you know how much this thing cost me?
And he would be able to recover it. You know what I'm saying? Because even if he did it with his own money, but of course he wouldn't. He could appeal to all the people he's been appealing to make himself a multimillionaire. Mm-hmm. You know, but it was just the idea.
Like, I feel like, continue, my bad.
Yeah, that he bought. You know, he built something, and here it would be pretty much torn to shreds if I let these people in here. Because as much as you want to help people, man, the public will, oh, come on, man. I could imagine how just a bathroom would look after one, not even a night, after a few hours, man.
But in that instance, I think in the mind of, like, Christianity, that would be, like, the ideal, like...
It's the ideal thing to do.
Like, right?
But the reality of it is, look, you can talk all of that Jesus shit you want to, but look, I want to come back to this church.
Bless you, brother. He's talking through the glass.
I want to come back to the church next week and still be able to collect. I don't want it to take 4 months to have to put this church back together. Because, I mean, look, public people, please, there'll be some good people in there that respect shit and all that. The average person that come in there, man, please. They ain't got no respect for their own shit.
And this right
here. So yeah,
too.
Shout out to Joe Osteen. Even though I think he should be using some money probably for some other shit.
Give me another one, man. And that's juice we sipping on too.
Yo, this is that juice, man. Absolutely pineapple, man. Yes,
pineapple.
Absolutely makes a smooth cocktail. You know
like a summer to kind of cold season watermelon or pineapple. Exactly. I think I could do that probably.
Exactly.
All year round for sure.
Yeah, because you could get the pineapples much easier in the off season than you can the watermelon.
Maybe even think of like a freezing method to keep them.
You could do that, but it seems like it loses something when it's frozen.
I think the juicing aspect though kind of might
be
bring you back. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Could be, but it's all natural. You know what I'm saying?
All natural.
Yeah. So how are you doing today, man? Before you ask me, how the hell are you doing, man?
Today, man, it's that weather. I'm kind of go with the weather, which I'm starting to realize, I guess, in my later age. But it's like the days kind of sway me on. You know, like if the sun is out, that definitely gives me like an extra little positivity.
Yeah, there's a lot of people,
but
man.
that rain and gloom, like I wake up, it's raining and gloom. It's like I could lay here for a couple more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
as opposed to that sun, definitely gets me going, man. For real.
Yeah, that's a mental thing. Because people cancel shit and all that when it's raining, and when I look at it, I'm like, hey.
Let it rain on the parade.
It needs the rain, obviously, just like you need the sun and all that. But shit, get up and get your ass going.
Yes, indeed.
Especially if it's not something that you're doing that's outside. You know what I'm saying? What the rain got to do with it? Yeah. What's rain got to do?
Gotta think of an indoor project.
What's rain but a second-hand emotion?
Oh.
Tina Turner still living?
I think
You don't know nothing about no Tina Turner anyway, man.
If
you weren't even
dang, I was about to say
sperm cell.
No,
hit
she's
when Tina
rolling.
Turner was there. Yeah, now that
rolling
was
on the
one of her
river.
first hits
Come
with
on,
Ike, so
bro.
I don't know how you know that.
Chill
That's
out,
good,
man.
that somebody showed you
Stop
that.
playing with me.
Yeah,
Stop
Ike
playing.
and Tina Turner.
I'm rolling on the
Yeah,
river
that
just
was
like
one of their
Tina.
first hits, man, for sure.
Come on, so put some respect.
Ike and Tina, man,
Put some
they
respect
from
on the new
Harlem,
school
man.
name,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout outs to Harlem.
Put some
Really?
respect.
Respect.
Shout out to Harlem. Hey, you from Brooklyn, man? Give me a little
Brooklyn, man. That's right.
Brooklyn, a day in the
Fourth
life.
largest city in the world, I believe.
A day in the life of a Brooklyn teenager in like 1982.
I don't know, because 1982, by that time, I was in the military, man. I had got out of Brooklyn. Because the life of any young person in the hood is, it's challenging. Once you get to be 15, 16 or whatever, because you do a lot of dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? You out there hustling, you know what I'm saying? And then you down with people, you know what I'm saying? So that means you're competing. Competing. Who gonna do the dumbest shit to be on top, and who wanna fight the most? Who wanna do this the most? Who's the baddest motherfucker doing this? Before you know it, you fucking in Rikers and shit, man.
Doing the same shit.
Yeah. And then once you get, back in the day, especially once you got popped and you got convicted, they didn't used to treat felons like they do now. For the most part, you was done. You had a felony on your record, you was done. So it eliminated a lot of people from the job market and just a normal way of life, you know what I'm saying? Because once you get busted, you got a record, then you got to start living the underground, you know what I mean? And you 18, 19 years old, you know what I'm saying? The fuck I'm going to live the underground my whole life. But anyway, some terrible shit, man. So that's not, but no, it's a lot of stuff we used to do too in Brooklyn that was fun, you know what I'm saying? Going back to childhood even. But that's the sad part about it, that as you start getting older, you had to find a way, and I hate that. A lot of people have to do that. Like we was talking about the dudes from Chicago the last time. Mm-hmm. But a lot of young dudes have to make that decision. And that is, do I stay in this environment where I, might catch a charge or even, catch a body, or I might get killed.
Crazy.
And so I got to make a decision, because what do I want to do with my life? You know what I'm saying? So one of the outs was going into the military.
Military move.
Yeah.
You
But
went
the
in
thing
what?
was, you had to leave your home, in other words, to make it, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it wasn't no choice about it, really. Anybody made that logical choice. And a lot of people know that.
A clutch move for the family, bro.
Shit, a clutch move for my ass at the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they know
man.
that. That's one of the things they do, because they know people will choose to go into the military instead of stay in their situation. And that situation exists for so many people across the country.
Absolutely.
But it does help a lot of people. It did help me.
Helped you what way did it help you the most, you would say?
That is just getting out of that environment. And then once you go overseas, man, that is the main thing that a person needs to see a lot of times, to realize that America is not the only place. Because even though you hear about those places, you might even see them in a movie, you never really feel that true impact until you step on another land.
Foreign
you start
soil.
moving around, and the first thing you go in a place and you realize, these motherfuckers don't speak no English in here. Mm-hmm. Everything, I'm in a total different world, you know what I'm saying? So to experience that, especially at a young age, is good for a person. For sure. Yeah.
For sure, that.
Damn sure beats the hood.
It does. Or does it, man?
It really does at that time in your life, because a young person does stupid shit. A young nigga is a warrior. You know what I'm saying? A gladiator. Mm-hmm. You wanna, it's just that testosterone. You want to fight motherfuckers. You want to do shit. Somebody tell you to do this. You want to do the exact opposite. Shit like that. So you going to get in some trouble. And it ain't just people in no hood. It's that, well, I guess you could say hood, but it'd be the same thing for the people as a hood in the Filipinos, hood in the damn Spain,
Product
hood
of the environment.
in Brazil, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just, what socioeconomic type of level you on, And when you ain't got no money, and especially if you live in a city like Chicago, New York, L.A., you see motherfuckers with money all around you. You know what I'm saying? So real motherfuckers be like, oh, you got some money? I'm gonna go start taking motherfuckers' money. That's what I do now. You know what I'm saying? And that's real shit.
Jack boy.
And sometime before you know it, you get incarcerated for shit because you start doing all kind of shit. Most of the time, it's for shit. It's for money. Shit to for it ain't like a lot of times for just mere survival. It's shit for me to buy shit to floss with and all that type of shit. But that's part of the game.
In this situation, and I would guess say any situation, also in general. How much do you think social media plays a part in kind of decisions that people are making?
Man, it does a lot now because it's replaced the real world for people's world. You know what I'm saying? Because never, ever would anybody have thought coming up, in my age, in that age group, how the hell could you have a group of friends and never leave your fucking house? I never thought that possible. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could come home, and like if they got OnlyFans or something like that, you could come home from your regular job, boom, go log on, get into whatever it is you do, and now I got all of these people follow me that they feel like literally they even know me because they can literally see me and converse with me or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so, wow, look, I got all of these people and I don't know them at all. You know what I'm saying?
Outside attention, inside.
Yeah, and some of the things that they could say to me really matters and all this shit. I don't know them, but it's a virtual type of a thing. And I never thought I'd see something like that, man. So, yeah, social media really affects what... how people behave nowadays. It's just an integral part of their lives.
It happens, man. Which I've been trying to get better at that recently, putting that phone down. And,
it's a hard thing to do, man. It's very contagious, and the people who program all of that shit, they know that's a part of the program. Mm-hmm. But it's not always bad because, as I said, I've met and rekindled some shit with people that I hadn't seen in years. I'm talking like 40 years. Yeah, it's like, oh shit,
just that scrolling.
It's good for closure.
Usually,
yeah, but they got a lot of provocative shit. You have to be honest about it, and that is the deal. And a lot of people do that because they make themselves feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, it's like you do that. Or you do, like some people, they go sit in front of the television. So to me, it's like the same thing, even if you have it in front of your computer screen. It's the same thing. You're watching different media. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that's provocative. And a lot of time, if you ain't doing shit else, of course, that's what you're doing.
And I'm about to get back on my reading tip.
Yeah, and reading is good, too, provided you're reading about the right shit. You know what I mean?
You can do some nonsense reading. But I feel like even if you're reading kind of like some bullshit, like just the idea of your brain.
You mean you're going to do it in book form or you?
Book form, I feel like.
Because there's so much that you could read also on the internet. And that's another good thing about, being online. I mean, you can learn the whole world is open to you from that aspect too. You can learn so much, man. It's unbelievable.
That light not shining in your face, so I swear it hits different.
Say that again now. Oh, you mean as far as what it does to you physically with your eyes and this and that? Yeah,
yeah. A different point of not looking at your screen.
As a matter of fact, I think that in the future, most people will be very nearsighted.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? From just looking at the screen from that, from that close like that.
Because like the brightness on screen, sometimes people don't even pay attention to. Mm-hmm. Like that shit is bright for real.
But when you say pay attention to, I don't know if they know what to pay attention to. They just think it's normal. You know what I mean?
I think that the iPhone kind of adjusts itself to different like room settings and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But just the brightness on the screen is crazy. Like,
I wonder, man, how, because the phone is so important to people, and that's one thing that, people seem to, no matter what, I could afford this. It seems like I wonder how how that works. And so many people claim that they're poor and shit. But if they're poor now,
forced necessities. That's like a thing nowadays.
If they're poor now, I think in a couple of months, as soon as the new year starts, you're gonna see motherfuckers start getting poorer.
Things going up
because they were talking about. Somebody said Trump had already not Trump, but the city of New York had already stopped as of yesterday the immigrants' credit cards. And then somebody was saying another thing that they had stopped doing And that has nothing to do necessarily with Trump, but it does, because he's coming into office, so they know, we can go conservative on this shit, because that's kind of what they're going to be pushing, you know. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here shortly.
Oh, I thought you said there was something else other than them shutting off the credit card.
Well, it was something else that I can't remember, but it's going to be a bunch of stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of, and this is the thing, like I said, when you voted for Trump, you voted for Elon Musk. So they're looking at Elon Musk to come in as this czar, you know what I'm saying, to start looking at what programs and what have you, what governmental programs can be cut, you know, or made more efficient, thinking that he's the, you know, the genius. So it's going to be interesting, man, because most definitely he's going to say, let's trim some fat, you know what I mean? And that, for minorities, is a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Because the government is who employs a lot of, you know, black people and Hispanics. It's certainly not, you know, the public, you know, I mean the private sector, you know, because in the private sector, you measured 100%. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a bureaucrat in the private sector. It's like, what are you doing if you can't show us how you working into this thing for us to profit as a corporation? Boom, you know, we get rid of you. Yeah. Whereas the government, you're doing bureaucratic type work. So a lot of minorities do get employed by you know, whether it be the state government, federal government, county government, you know what I'm saying, city government. We do rely on that, because it's still that type of environment, you know what I'm saying, where everybody ain't just, you know, hiring all kinds of different people, you know, truth be told.
Truth be told.
So once he gets into office, man, whoa, it's gonna be different, you know, real different, man. I think it's gonna happen so quick. As they say, it's gonna make your head spin. Because now, you know what we were saying the last time.
Make your head spin.
And see it, and they're dragging this out in terms of who has control of the House of Representatives. It's still not, you know, over yet, even though election day was last week sometime, right? Mm-hmm. But that's still being thrown out. I don't know yet, because they got like 9 states that they're still waiting for, and the Republicans have like 216 seats. The Democrats have 208 as of last night, right? And
coming down to the wire.
The 216, they need 218 to control the House, with 9 more outstanding representatives to come in.
What are the states?
I don't know the different states. I know one was Arizona. One or two might be California.
Oh boy.
Or whatever, but you know, it's on the record. But anyway, that's what they're looking for. So with 9 outstandings, and them having 216,
that's the House.
The Democrats having 208, that's the House, right? So it looks like the Republicans are going to get those extra 2 out of those 9 that's out there. The Republicans are going to get those, bringing them to 218, which will have them controlling the House, because there's 435
in the Senate
representatives, right? So they get 218. That means the Dems have 217. The Republicans control the House. They already control the Senate. They're going to obviously have the control of the presidency. Man, they are going to be able to get some stuff through, man, just by walking it through laughing. So this is going to be pretty interesting what happens, man. Pretty interesting. And 4 years could be a short time, or 4 years could be a long, grueling time. You know what I'm saying?
What's the What's the first thing, like the immigrant kind of control you thinking will be popping it off?
Well, what Trump is going to do is what he ran on. You know, those are, you come into office with what you call a mandate or mandates. You know what I'm saying? And that is to do what you ran on. It said what you were going to do. And the closer you stick by that, the closer the people are going to stick with you. You know what I mean? Because that's what they were wanting, according to everything when you were running.
Yeah.
And so that's what they want you to carry out. So immigration, of course, is going to be a big deal. But you're not going to see that much change because, I mean, you know, the immigrants that are here, that are working, that are doing the right thing, those are the immigrants they want, even if they're illegal, because it makes the economy go. You know what I'm saying? They may act like they're trying to get rid of Sul 13 or whatever the new gang name is and all of that shit. They may do that shit to make it so where you're not saying like they were saying where they got these gangs that are, leaning on landlords, taking rents, taking over apartment. You ain't gonna have none of that shit because they'll bring the National Guard out. The Republicans will before they let that shit go, But as far as the regular Hispanics that's in here working hard and picking, especially the ones picking all of this shit that we don't want to pick, they ain't gonna mess with none
Y'all
of that
are
shit.
good. Y'all good.
For sure. You the ones, because like I said, I had a guy do some shit for me. I didn't ask him for his green card. Somebody just recommended him, said he did good work. He had a good price. The same thing I would do for a white person, right? He might be from Italy or some shit, and he's not a citizen. I don't ask about that shit, And
Let me see your green card, buddy.
No one does. So you just, so they're gonna stay here, man. They're gonna keep filling up the Home Depots, buying shit, because that's one of the main things that they do is they buy shit. You know what I mean? And that's what America loves. Even though they won't talk about all that other bullshit, exactly. They want that money.
Spend it. Don't save it.
Man, you know what I didn't think about? Somebody just, I was listening to them saying this on the news, and somebody was talking about the remittances from all of these people sending money back through, they got to send it through some electronic way.
Yeah.
He said there's so much money involved in that, man, that nobody wants these Hispanics to leave.
Sending
it back to their people. Yeah, that's you get a cut of everybody who's sending it back.
That made me think of, or what I thought you were explaining at first before I understood
what's
it.
That, man?
Was banks, like return fees that banks charge.
Oh my goodness,
that's a sneaky little loophole right there.
And that's where they making their money, isn't it?
Big money.
Yeah.
$25 for something. You paying something.
I get you now. Yeah,
or it just goes back.
Like those balance check insufficient. Yeah, see, I haven't got there $35 now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I think that's what they are. $35 from the
25 where we at, but I'm sure it's different.
I think it's 35.
35 even. But
and
that is literally just money just accumulated out of literally nowhere.
And
which there are, like, I guess something has to come back through the little network, but I'm sure the cost or whatever it is, like, probably isn't that.
So it's just a money maker, a cash cow, as they say.
Hitting up every day, boy, a daily
And the thing is, you can almost count on that money based on, they got all these computer, analysis shit. So based on the way they can be able to see shit. They can they can count on that money happening every month. Because that
probably
people
more realistically like a weekly basis, or monthly.
Yeah. But I mean, they can count on it because people are always going to.
Or can see it coming, based on like a monthly kind of, once you really look at a small.
And then they'll be able to see it coming too when they look at the delinquencies, They'll be able to see that, people are not making it. Because you can literally look at, and that's in a way that's scary if you ever stop and think about it, that if you use these debit cards, they literally know your whole pattern of everything, they know exactly how you're spending your money. And because you don't look at that, but they got the statistics to see, especially if you've been with the same bank. They got the statistics to see what you've done over the last 5 years, and that gives more precise of a behavior. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's interesting, man. Very, very interesting to see. And AI is going to make it even more powerful in terms of predictions and what have you.
They're getting better.
Yeah, because they got information, man, from so long ago. It's accumulated information going back years and hundreds of years. And it's all just right there.
Smart, man. They're getting smart.
They are, man. They are.
Hey, Skooly gang, if you with us, stay with us, man.
Subscribe.
If you cool with us, come school with us. It's OG Lee, UNDE. We're going to take us just a little, one of these.
Subscribe.
Fill up one of these bad boys,
Woosah.
maybe. A little woosah. Hey, it's old school, new school. We're going to be right back. And we are biggity back
on the scene.
We are back.
Yes,
man.
yes. The importance of laughter.
It's vital.
Yes.
Vital to the soul.
Even if the shit is not funny, sometimes laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you got.
You know what I'm talking about.
Laughing when it's funny is the best.
Oh, that's the best because it's natural and it's just something. I like to get a good belly laugh.
Hit you down deep.
Goodness, my goodness.
No, I don't know if I've told the Skool gangs about how I'm a fan of battle rap.
You never have, man. You never have.
That's one of my things. I'm definitely a big fan of battle rap.
Man, the first nigga I remember was Murder Mook. Go ahead.
Murder Mook, yeah. Still relevant. Still a relevant battle rapper to this day.
He's still relevant?
Yeah. He's doing his thing.
Now, you remember when that was? That was maybe like 12 or 15 years ago.
A minute. He's
definitely
first pioneer.
I said, this shit is going to be big.
Yeah.
Murder Mook.
But in this battle rap journey, I've seen all kind of battle rap, like you said, 12 or 15 years. There's been and now it's getting more popular, like a nice battle rap, like a compliment battle rap,
a complimentary battle rap,
which is obviously I'm sure you haven't seen it, right?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen anything complimentary in rap. Those two don't even go together,
right? Oxymoron.
I've seen some killing.
An oxymoron, but yeah, it's something you're gonna have to check out. It might bring you back.
Have you
to the
seen
pod.
some of it?
Yeah,
you have an idea of one thing that you could give us to give us some enticement to go look at it?
What, as far as like an actual
one of the
bar?
compliments? Yeah, it's an idea.
I definitely don't have one.
If you, because I understand that you got a little bit of flow. One day we're gonna have to see that. I got some just from flow. You being in the game a little bit, think about a rap that you could say that's to give me an idea that's complimenting someone.
Oh, a compliment rap. I would say OG Lee. God damn it, he's a nice guy. He's the type who'll probably roll out a red carpet when I walk by. So nice and so fly, can't go smooth, I can't lie. You know what I mean?
He's trying to show you some of
his
his skills,
something like
man.
that, and they give him a little compliment battle. But some are like really like intricate, and they even use, of course, like their own styles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so it's a different thing. You got to check it out, man.
I'm gonna check it out.
You should.
I can see that thing lasting about 2 weeks. I'm gonna check it out. I can see that shit lasting a good 2 weeks, man.
It's been years. It's just getting a little more prevalent.
Hey, I tell you what,
it's interesting.
I like that idea, and I think they should introduce that into as low as first grade.
Ooh, that could be
because that would be good to help them. You know, rapping helps you with your reading and your phonics and all of that shit. You know, so it would be something good to introduce from that academic aspect, but also from the complimentary aspect, because that's something you got to build, especially in certain communities, certain cultures. You got to really build that.
For real. It might be one of them tools. You might be dropping some gems right now.
I really do think that, man. Yeah.
Shout out Roni, baby.
And of course they don't want to go all the way to that, but rap is something, and music in itself is something that should be used to teach. You know, it's not the traditional way, but it's something where kids a lot of times will pay attention. And it always doesn't have to be rap music, but music in general, you could think about using to hold their attention and that kind of thing.
Keep them locked in. Definitely a learning method, indeed.
Yeah, because you got to get some of these little crazy motherfuckers to learn more. You know what I'm saying? So they don't become violent. Really.
So they don't become crazy.
Like they said, the more you know, the farther you go. You know what I'm saying? The less you know, the more violent you got to be to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Barbaric, if you will. Barbaric.
Yeah, because if you're not earning it, shit, you're going to be taking it. Yes, indeed.
Oh, you hit me.
Shout out, by the way. Go ahead.
Come on, no. Shout them out.
Shout out to Gwen, man. Your auntie, man.
Shout out my Aunt Gwen. What she
man.
do? Shout out
Aunt
Gwen.
She chilling, man. I just seen her just yesterday. Came back online. Hey, shout out. Deal with everything you got to deal with like a champ.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to have to get
Shout out B-Dye. Shout out B-Dye, man. He was talking about the podcast a little bit. And was very complimentary in terms of
Appreciate that, boy.
what we doing.
Appreciate that, boy.
Beat-out. Yeah, so Gwen and Beat-out. And shout out to long-term fan, my man Tommy, of course. Yo, it's kind of cool in New York.
Got some merch.
I
out
hope
there.
you wearing that hoodie, man.
Yeah.
I hope you're wearing that hoodie. Beat-out, man. I think we might have to send you a hoodie too, man. Yo, hit us in the comments, man. Let us know if you need one. Yeah, so yeah, man.
We hear like
Shout-outs.
that.
Got to give them shout-outs, man.
Schoolie to the Schoolie gang.
Gwen said she's going to be watching from now on. You know what I'm saying? So,
Come on.
shout-outs, man.
Keep me tapped in. Keep me to my word.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And more than that, man, share. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Share it to a friend.
We want to see some more family podcasts. You know
Some
what I'm saying?
activity, man.
Really father, son, but any kind. You know what I'm saying? We are just getting together and kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
I like
So,
it.
yeah.
It's vital.
Shout out.
That is vital. And on that tip, you know how New School do, man. Pause if needed. No Diddy. New School got a question for you if you saw it in the news.
For you.
In the news.
Remember that jam? No, you're too young to remember that jam.
I don't know that one. I don't know. Schoolies, let me know if OG Lee hit that or not. I don't know.
I didn't, man. You know I don't hit. That's that shower shit.
But hey, the 43 Monkeys.
Oh, the 43 Monkeys.
Where they at? South Kakalaki? They getting crazy up there?
Kakalaki.
Come on, give me a little insight, man. Because I heard about it, but it seemed like you had a little more insight
I
than
don't
I had.
know that much about this, man. All I know, I'm going to be honest with you, man. And I don't mean to be offensive. But one thing I know for sure.
YT.
There was no niggas running the monkey house doing no research. You know what I'm saying?
What was the research they were doing?
I don't know what it is, and we'll never know.
And
but they in the house with the monkeys.
Is that all of them?
They know how many monkeys they got. They said 43 escaped.
God.
Huh?
Out of how many?
But listen to me now. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is something for people to be alarmed about.
And what kind? Chimpanzees or like?
Look, I don't know if it was rhesus monkeys. I don't know. But listen.
Rhesus?
Listen, man. Look. How did monkeys escape, man? Man, look.
Somebody went in there.
How do one monkey escape, much less 43?
43.
Them white folk then shot them monkeys up with some contagious shit and let
more?
them monkeys go out into the community. How the hell 43 monkeys escape?
43.
How?
That's
Let's go create some scenarios. Create a scenario where you working in the lab, right?
All the bars.
Now, the first thing is, you know you ain't gonna have 43 monkeys just roaming. The monkeys got to be locked up. You know what I'm saying?
What are they doing?
Because the monkeys be strong and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the deep blue sea, but on land. You see what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
They might have been doing shit with them monkeys, huh? There had to be for 43 of them.
Simile there.
They created a master monkey.
Oh shit!
The master monkey that beat one of them up and took the keys.
Planet of the Apes type shit.
That's what happened. They let 43 of them. Because how do 43 of them
what's his
escape?
name?
They
Oscar
created
Omar?
a master monkey. And that motherfucker got the keys and let his boys out. Because I'm telling you, I could see if it was a human error, one monkey escaping, right?
Fucking unlock
one,
doors
and they
shit.
tried to have to get him down from swinging somewhere with a banana or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But when 43 motherfuckers escape,
He's just a distraction.
come on,
like,
man.
They playing this out.
Hey,
Man.
I hope they find them monkeys, man. I'm gonna be paying close attention to that shit.
I bet they probably just like ripped apart what kind of monkeys is really
That's
what I
I'm
really
saying.
have
It
to know.
could be these motherfuckers. They didn't mix with some shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Strong ass monkeys
They're like
out here,
zombie.
man.
They're like zombie like
And see
gorillas.
what's gonna happen, man. They gonna just let that run the news cycle, and people just gonna forget about it like you do most things. Before you know it, monkey gonna show up at the bank and shit like that.
On a walk in
Yo,
South
man.
Carolina, late night and run across a fucking gorilla.
Oh man, you gonna see motherfucking monkeys showing up everywhere. South Carolina is
At
where
the
it
bank.
starts.
You said at the bank.
Monkeys will show up at the bank. Fuck
opens
around.
a
Yo,
fucking
we
account.
come for lollipops.
He's opening the accounts.
We come for lollipops.
Oh my gosh.
They gonna
Oh my gosh.
say, shit, man.
Oh no, I almost was about
But
to.
that's serious shit, man. Cause
That is, bro.
43 monkeys on the loose.
And how many? Yeah, like you gotta get a few people in.
Let's
action
hope
to-
this was a real rural part of South Carolina. Let's hope it. What's some of I don't even know too many
at
places in South
at
Carolina.
this facility. I hope they plan for something like this. Or they're
Yeah, they did. They
how close
plan.
are
They
like to the
plan on
city,
letting
you
them
know?
out. Cause I mean, really, you got to tell me how they had to overpower somebody, man, to get for 43 of them. And you know the monkeys are smart, huh? So that's what they did.
For real, like
man.
they've been in there
They
for years, and
overpowered.
they're
They
like,
said, "We tired of
"Finally."
this." He said, "We tired of this monkey business."
Maybe not one monkey can stop the show. At least one of them said that. At least one of them said that.
You monkeying around with us. Stop fucking monkeying around. These motherfuckers starts giving us these bullshit ass bananas and shit like that. They started when we first was in here. They gave us
Only
10
one
bananas.
fell off and bust their head
Now
this
they get
time.
one.
Fell off and bust your head, big
43
boy.
monkeys.
43 of them things. That's a scary sight for real. Real Planet of the Apes ish. You know what I mean?
Because it could be them big motherfuckers. They just calling them
Right.
monkeys, but it could
Chimpanzee. I'm at
big-
chimpanzee or like an orangutan.
Because you know Michael had to get rid of Bubbles, right? Bubbles was nice when he was a baby and shit. You know
now
what I'm saying?
he's like a 6-year-old
Yeah,
Bubbles.
like Bubbles, man. I'm cleaning a diaper because Bubbles never did get toilet trained. Shit, Bubbles making these big shits. I'm tired of this. And then when me and Bubbles get in a disagreement, shit, Bubbles be manhandling me. Say, shit, Bubbles got to go to the zoo somewhere. Shit. He ain't got to go home, but he got to get his ass out of here.
Bubbles gotta get up out
Yo,
of
shout
here.
out to Bubbles.
Is it R.I.P. Bubbles or Bubbles still
He
alive?
never said, I don't know.
All right, I got options
Yo,
for you
somebody
today.
let us know whatever happened to Bubbles.
Big facts. Schoolies, let us know if Bubbles is still out there.
Oh, my goodness. Man.
Hey, but that bell right there
We
gives.
free.
Yeah.
We free.
Thank God.
Thank God Almighty.
Thank God.
We free.
Hey, that's that old school,
That
new
Holy
school
Ghost.
bell that indicates a good old mind crusher.
My.
Hey, in that mind crusher, we got options today.
Oh my goodness. We got options? What's the options?
Put or call. No, I'm on the peanuts in your hand or the master of your domain. Which one you going for?
Man, I go with the master of my domain, Alex, for 400.
For 400. Master of your domain. Oh, this one's short. You have just acquired the domain www.pianobitches.com. What are you going to do with that?
Piano bitches. Now, I say this with all due respect because you know this from being where you are, but the head of that shit is going to be my girl who's on fire, Alicia Keys. She's going to be, no matter who else is on it, she's going to be the headliner. And so I'm going to get with her. See, that's her hitting me now. You heard that?
She already
heard
did come
it,
through.
and she hit me right up.
The New York Connect.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's her. She moves quick, too. Yeah.
Piano, so she popping it off.
Yeah,
Is she
okay.
singing that?
But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna get with her. I'm gonna let her pick the rest of them. But piano bitches, oh my goodness, you know she got to hit that up, man. I don't know a better bitch on the piano.
You think she'll probably be down with it? The
Bro,
bitches kind of
I'm
stand.
gonna call her as soon as we finish here. Of course she gonna be down with it. I've supported her projects all these years. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah. Shout out to Alicia Keys.
Shout out Alicia. Shout out Swiss. Shout out all them boys out there.
Yeah, Swiss Beats.
I had a topic I had to bring to you. I don't know if we talked about this, but the kind of idea,
Like the one you're doing right now on the
just switching it completely right here. But I'm saying the idea of curing somebody, or kind of like a medicine maintenance aspect.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel is kind of like that? The course of action that really is gone by like pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah. It depends what country you're in, you know what I'm saying? Or what you know, you know what I'm saying? how to cure some of that medicinal shit or herbal type stuff. It does work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like actual herbs.
Yeah, because they would do. You know, you got to realize they was doing something before the pharmaceutical type shit. The kind of, you know, the shit that you just make. You know what I mean? Synthetic type stuff. So, if you have high blood pressure, for instance, how have the people in other countries been dealing with it? You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, you know, you getting prescribed something where they're saying, well, this is not the cure, but this can maintain you as long as you keep taking this. You know what I mean? And so that is something like that's a part of the whole economic system of capitalism, as opposed to somebody saying, hey, if you take this, you no longer will have that. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's my take on that I'd rather be on the end where I could cure something as opposed to just maintain it by constantly taking some kind of synthetic medicine or whatever.
In your young age, have you found any like herbs or any kind of like natural remedies that'll work for you?
Man, I got this tea that I bought, but I bought it from the Oriental spot.
I think that's racist, but yes.
And no, I don't know if they're Chinese, Korean, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I think these guys are Mr. Chin or whatever.
Continue.
Or
But
you know
what come on, give
you
us
know what's a trip though? Now that I'm thinking about it, we got 3 Oriental stores right there. Boom, boom, boom. Right, you know what I'm saying? You got the one Sam's Oriental or whatever it is, right?
Koreanish, yeah.
And then you got the new one that they just did, and then you got Mr. Chin. So
Or Chinese, and then they got
a lot of, you know, there's got to be a lot of business for them all to be right there together like that. 3
ULR.
big, and they're getting bigger. But anyway, I think I bought it from Sam's. But this stuff is a tea, right? And I don't know the name of it. I forget it, but I got the tin that I still got some. This tea, literally, and they'll tell you about other teas, they lower blood pressure instantly, and you got to watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Get it too low?
Yeah, because it instantly is a hypotensive agent, right?
Interesting.
So I got some of that. That right there, literally, you know, as you drink it, and of course I sip it. You know what I mean? You don't want it to just go from one to the other. I don't know the name of it, man, but I got the tin that it's in, and I literally am getting low, and I've had it for a while, you know. But what I was gonna do is take the thing back with me when I go to re-up and ask them, y'all still got something like this or something close to it, and you can even Google it about herbal teas that lower blood pressure, and you know you'll find them, yeah. So it's other herbs too that work. You have to get with people who know that. They call them herbalists or whatever it is. And of course you can test them on what they say. You go home, you try it and see if it works for you. But there are many, many herbs that work. And there are many, many herbs that are good, that taste good in your food, right? So people have established too that there are good herbs that work for your body.
Herbs. You ever had any sea moss?
I had some sea moss, man, and I don't know, man. It could have been something else, but after I took sea moss, the next day I got real jittery, man, and I was thinking I never really felt like this. So the only thing I could think it was the sea moss, which I don't know, but I just stopped messing with that shit. I had a weird fucking feeling after.
Like caffeine type?
Yeah, exactly, kind of like that. And I didn't think it was meant to do no shit like that, and it could have been something else. I was trying to see if it could have been, but nothing that I could think of. So anyway, I just stopped using it and said I would come back at another time when I know that for sure I could monitor what other things, you know, could possibly make me have a reaction. But then too, if I wait a little bit and then have the same reaction, I know for sure, boom, that's that sea moss shit. But yeah, my man told me he took that, and he said the thing it does for him, he said it keeps his stomach tight to where it helps him keep his stomach flat. I don't know if they promoted that on it, but he said that's what it does for him. Yeah. Sea moss. But this is the problem I have with that stuff, that I really don't know about it. Yeah. So and I don't think this happened in this case, but a person could sell me whatever and say, hey, this is CMOS. I don't know about CMOS. You know what I mean? So I'll be like taking it, be like, hey, you guys ever tried any CMOS?
Like,
and
what
it could
the
be
fuck is
just,
that?
who knows, pieces of a loofah sponge. I don't know.
Just, encrusted dog feces.
But you know what? I think we should, every time we get on here, have what we're calling, at least for the next probably 4 months, Bitcoin Watch. Bitcoin Watch. Because I'm telling you right now, when Trump comes in, Trump's administration has been very, very friendly. And that's another thing that they ran on, was being Bitcoin friendly. So what's going to happen with Bitcoin within the next 4 months? What is this month? This month is November. So the end of the first quarter of 2025, which will be the end of March, you're going to see Bitcoin at $112. That's what I'm predicting right now.
What is
I'm
it right
going
now?
on the record. Right now it's $76, and I'm just pulling this out of the air. 76,450 is what I'm saying it is.
You say it's gonna be 112 by when?
112 by the end of March of 2025.
Okay.
Okay,
I like
so
that.
right now, literally, I'm seeing the Bitcoin at $76,571. Yesterday, it got up to its high, which was 77,300 and something. All right?
Wow.
So that is a prediction. And it'd be good if you could somehow do some kind of contracts. I'm sure they may have got them, where you could just, do some kind of puts, they call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on that, so that you could just buy contracts
Put option.
as opposed to just having to buy Bitcoin itself. But I'm gonna tell you another play that I want people to think about, man, because when you have these people who are pro-economy in office, like I said, you got to do like them. And one of the things they like to do is invest in the stock market. And what happens a lot of times is the stock market could be doing really good, whereas the economy could be doing really bad. Those two are not correlated, right? So a lot of times you could be using this money that you're tricking off and put it in the stock market or something like that, knowing that these people are doing that during Trump. They're going to start what Trump has been saying, drill, baby, drill. They're going to start the fracking. They're going to pick up all of that. That moves the economy, whether you like Trump or not. That moves the economy. And so as long as money keeps being spent, because one thing does trickle to another to keep things moving. So you might as well start investing like you see, as you say, those white folks doing, right? Because this is where for the next 4 years they're going to be with this. Trump, and I showed somebody last night the post that I pulled back from 2018, which was saying, hey, Bitcoin is moving again. So it's around that time. Trump is coming in, is going to start moving. And the thing is, the only thing that stopped Trump's economy last time was COVID. So get on this shit now and just, hey, ride it on up just like they're going to do. You may hate Trump, but yo, Trump is about money. Trump's about a positive economy. You might as well get on the train.
Hey, you sound like a Trumper.
So Bitcoin Watch, 77,000 about where we're at. I'm saying by March 2025, we're looking at $112,000 per Bitcoin.
100.
Oh, let me just say this real quick. That Bitcoin you might look at as too expensive. So get on, and if you could even maybe, we might be leaving something in the comments or the link or something like that to show you some crypto-related stocks that are right now kind of inexpensive that you could get into to ride this wave up, because as Trump comes in, everybody's going to be excited. Wall Street's excited. You're going to have the House controlled by the Republicans. You're going to have the Senate controlled by the Republicans. Trump's a Republican president. You're going to be able to see them do whatever they want to do with the economy. It's going to shoot up for at least, while this euphoria is going, for at least the first 3 months of 2025. Might as well ride it up with them. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Get on
All
that
right.
train.
All right, then.
But thinking about that, hearing about the stock market, I know how some people think. I had got maybe a word of the day
Oh, my God.
that could help people just, that one word synopsis.
Word of the day.
But people could be hearing this stock market
Word of
idea
the day.
and hearing how to invest,
Word
and they might not even be knowing it, but they could start feeling, or they are being a little precarious
precarious.
about this about the stock market, bro. That's what
Nigga, you being precarious.
And precarious.
Yeah, let's
hey,
see that. What's the, man? I've heard of that
simply
one.
described.
That's not a typical nigga word, but let's hear it,
simply
man.
described.
Precarious.
Not securely held or in position, dangerously likely to fall or collapse, or dependent on chance, uncertain. So, thinking the stock market might be precarious, someone might,
So in other words,
not want to jump the gun on investing their money.
Well, this is what I'm saying. And there's one person, right? Mm-hmm. One person that's going to listen to this and understand it. They have, and this is why I was looking at this thing real closely during COVID, right? Mm-hmm. And you could look at it, as I said, the analogy of the red Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? You start out, right, like America did with the dark red Kool-Aid, right? As we spend money, you think it's good. You said they're giving these immigrants this. They're doing this for COVID. They're doing these stimulus this. They're doing this. They're doing this. Even the things that people think are good that they're doing, it still has to be accounted for somehow for how you're going to, spend for it, right? So the bottom line is they call that inflation, but for anybody who needs to just understand it real simply is if you keep putting more water into that pitcher of Kool-Aid, you see it starts getting real diluted, right? Pink, real light, right? Mm-hmm. And that is basically amounting to your money getting weaker and weaker. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at something, you say, oh, wow, they're giving out this stimulus. All it's going to do is hit you in your ass maybe, as it lags maybe 6 or 12 months later. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful about that, man. And so if you want to try to fight inflation, what you want to do is put your assets in something that tries to keep up with inflation. Right? You may be one of those people who you keep hearing people calling you all the time saying they want to buy your house or whatever, right? Because they're trying to buy something, an asset that keeps up with inflation. So if you feel precarious about getting into the market, that's great. And don't do it. All I'm saying to you is that then when you look around 2 or 3 years later and the money is less and less, the dollar buys less and less, at least whatever assets you have, they went up also. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of keeps you going with, inflation. Yep. So if you feel precarious about it, I would say just do what you've been doing. And if you're in a position that you like that you're in, then hey, you'll be in that position, you think maybe 4 or 5 years down the line. Otherwise, if you do think about investing, it's the smartest thing to do. Just if you're precarious, then don't invest in stocks. Invest in something more secure like real estate. Even though nothing is guaranteed, but in the long run, good stocks and real estate always go up. So you can feel precarious or whatever it is, but if you really got kids and shit like that, you can keep being precarious if you want to be. Otherwise, think about the future of your family and trying to build wealth and putting it in some good, solid assets that are not usually what you've been doing. But I'll say again, if you always do what you always done, you always get what you always got. Hey, man, I told you we would have some Holy Ghost up in here tonight.
Man,
I told you we would have some Holy Ghost up in here tonight.
And that's old school, new school.
Hey, man.
Starting how we finish, man.
Subscribe.
Hey, it's OG Lee.
Subscribe.
It's UNDE.
Subscribe.
Best father-son podcast in America, man. Episode 47.
47.
OG Lee, UNDE.
Ese 47. ¡Wow! 40.